Yesterday I talked about how I'd had a fairly slowish day on Monday. And although I actually managed to get more done than I thought I was going to get done, or that I thought I had to get done when I sat down and kind of listed it all out. And put it down to just feeling maybe a little bit tired, and also sort of deserving a slightly slower start to the week. So that was fine. But then I found myself today feeling a little bit flat today as well, and I've had this before, and it was a bit of a shock. I really wasn't expecting it, to be honest. So it's happened in the past when I feel like I've done something and done a really good job with something, like I felt I did on Friday. You know, I had the talk, which went really well, and I had the Plankathon flash mob, another really kind of big thing, and perhaps you saw that kind of that energy, and you know, I'm for the whole day I'm like center stage, and then I go, obviously had the weekend where I was with the family and stuff, and then I'm kind of back to coffee shops and working from home and only seeing a few people. I had a few coaching calls and got my online communities and so on. Maybe that's got something to do with it as well, that I just sort of look forward so much to Friday and both of those events. And so when they were done, it's kind of left a bit of a hole. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I have had it before. I just wasn't expecting it this time because I've got more things coming up. I've got more things to look forward to. Another component of this as well is probably still the frustration that I've talked about before, that things just don't happen at George speed. I like things to happen quickly. I like to be able to fire an email off and get a response back right away, or at least maybe the next day with what's happening. And whenever that happens, I'm like so pleased and excited that things are moving quickly. But most of the time it doesn't happen like that. And I feel like I'm in that bit of a loop today where I'm looking thinking, well, I haven't heard from these people, and reading things into that, you know, why haven't I heard from them? Should I chase them up yet? Should I follow it up? And I probably will at some point, but you know, I guess I'm not expecting to have something back first thing this week from a couple of the things that are sort of kicking around. But a part of me really wanted to have something back. I wanted to have a couple of these potential speaking engagements come back and say, yeah, George, we really want to book you. Can you come and do this or that or the other? And so that hasn't happened yet. So there's a bit of frustration there that things aren't happening at George speed. That's definitely the case. Actually, my response to that today was to reach out to more people, to kind of follow up with some of the conversations that I've had over the last few months. I spoke about this a while ago, actually, making a list of all the contacts I've got, all the people who I've been speaking to, people who have expressed a glimmer of interest in doing something with me. And I have I created a bit of a list, and I made a note as to when would be a decent length of time to drop them a line and contact them again and say, hey, how's it going? So I did a lot of that today, but even so, you know, some people got back straight away, some people didn't. Even so, it's like this loop that's been opened and isn't closed. And I think in my mind, if I have lots and lots of loops open, it starts to get quite stressful. In fact, I thanks again to these videos. Thank you very much. I feel like I just sort of partly solved my own problem there by talking it through. Isn't that amazing? Wow. Yeah, it's the loops. That's what it is. I've got all these loops that are open, and that I know that it's something that kind of stresses me out, and it makes me feel, I don't feel stressed. I just feel flat, as I said earlier. So anyway, I've opened more loops. That was my solution to my problem. Open more loops. Great. So, but that also kind of makes me feel like I'm doing something productive. I'm doing something in line with my my strategy. That's one of the things I said a while back that I needed to do more of, and I'm doing it. So that made me feel good, taking action, even though there is the potential for that actually these loops that I've opened won't get closed. So yeah, isn't that fun? Isn't that fascinating? Anyway, so there's that, and what else did I do? There was something else I did today. Oh yes, yeah. So up in Worcestershire yesterday, on Friday. Sorry, there was some. I was really impressed with what they've got going on up there. They have got some great stuff, and I just got curious with what we're doing down here in Oxfordshire. Is there something similar that we're doing? So I posted in the LinkedIn group that I'm a member of, and I messaged somebody else who's also kind of an admin of the group to find out, because I'm not sure that we have got anything quite like what they're doing up there. Certainly isn't quite as joined up. There's lots of good things going on, but I want to know if there's a central resource, and if not, could we create something where people can come to and see this is what's happening in the county. These are some of the companies and organisations who are already doing some great work. And use them as sort of models of best practice, so we can model them and look at how they've gone about doing what they're doing. And I think that creating something like that would be so useful, so beneficial to so many organisations. I know that's kind of only loosely connected to the speaking thing for me, but I do still think that there's huge potential for that. And my wider business is all about well-being in the workplace, well-being at home, just well-being in general, helping people feel like they can take more action to do more of the things that they already know that they need or could do, to feel better, more energized, and all those good things. So I don't think it's going to be something that I do necessarily, but certainly I'd love to find out if there already was a resource, and if not, if I can help somebody else put something like that together. So yeah, I'm feeling better having done this video. Actually, these daily videos, they serve lots of purposes. One of them is sometimes they help me figure things out as I'm recording them, and I just chuck it up there anyway. And another reason is that they kind of make me feel better. They make me feel, even doing this small action makes me feel like I'm taking a step forwards. So on those days, like today maybe, where I feel like I'm a bit flat and I'm not progressing as fast as I would like, do the daily vid, and it's all down there. It's another reminder to myself that this is something that's important to me, and I am taking action. I am moving gradually further forwards. I'll check in again tomorrow with more updates. I'm actually in London tomorrow for an event in the morning first thing, and then this meeting with my next speaking engagement client, which is next month. I'm meeting with her tomorrow late morning, so I'll let you know how all that goes. Bye for now.